Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I wanted to update you on my pan those eyeshadows. I have been not very well lately, which is why I decided to shoot this video like this, because I just don't feel comfortable showing my face right now. You might be able to hear that I've got a cold, or I'm not really sure what's going on. I will edit out every time I cough like a maniac. I'm slowly getting better, but anyway, so I decided to update you like this because I do really want to update you on this project, and I really want to shake it up a little bit, because in my previous videos I said that I always wanted to have a base shade, a transition shade, and a dark outer corner shade. I've been doing one shade that already had a pan. I've been doing one single shadow, and then 3 eyeshadows based on prompts that I was randomly selected. And I've come to the conclusion that that's not really working for me. Also, I set the goal of hitting pan or using an eyeshadow 15 times, and every round I'm allowed to roll one out after 5 uses, which is my 5 or flight rule. If I really hate a shadow or cannot get it to work, then 5 times and I can roll it out. That's 1 shadow per round. I do want to keep in that rule, and I do want to keep in 15 uses or pan, but I'm not really sure about the rest of my approach. But let's just see how my palettes are doing, and then we'll go into where we are going from now. So for my base shade, I was working on a shadow from my ABH Nervina palette. I wrote this in 2 months ago, I want to say, maybe a month ago. I was very close on hitting pan, and I decided to keep this shadow in. This is the shadow now. As you can see, I have hit pan. I'm doing this upside down, so it's kind of hard for me to see which way I have to move. But yeah, there is pan in that shadow, and I have used that, let me check, 22 times total. So it only took me, let's put this back in frame, it only took me 2 more uses to hit pan, and after I've hit pan, I have used it an additional 4 times before I moved on to another base shade. But anyway, this is one that has pan, so I'm happy about that one. Then for the transition shade, I was working on a shade from my Zoeva Caramel palette, and I was working on the shade Alchemy, and that is this one, and I have used that 5 times, so not a whole lot. You can see a little bit of a disturbance in the pan, but this has one with pan, and I don't know if you can tell, but that is deep, so deep. And this is a shimmer, and I've used that with a very detailed brush, so I was sure I was not gonna hit pan on this. I would not hit pan on this in 15 uses. I think it would be closer to 30 or 40 uses. But anyway, that's that one. And then for the dark matte shade, I was working on a shadow from my I Heart Revolution Elf palette, and I'm gonna show this to you like this. I was working on this shade right here. I have used that 9 times. And again, you can see a disturbance in the pan, but that was about it. And I realized that the shade was not dark enough for me, for my likings, to darken up a look. So I eventually also used this in my crease. And that got me thinking that my approach isn't maybe the best of picking out 3 basic shades, because I will eventually reach for whatever I want to reach for. So I think I'm just gonna scratch that, and we are going to randomize 4, 5 or 6 eyeshadows and just work on those. But I am glad that I got some use out of this, and also I hit a bonus pan, because after I was done with my ABH shadow, I used this one as a base, and as you can see, I have hit pan in this one. I didn't count my usage, but that's extra pan. Okay, so before I move on to any other new rules, I want to show the other shade that already had pan, and I have used it 6 times, and that comes from my chocolate orange palette, which is another palette from Makeup Revolution. So 6 uses. I did expand the pan. Then another IR Revolution or Makeup Revolution palette is my Chocolate Vice palette, and I had 2 shades out of here. The first one was one that came with a prompt, randomly generated, and I randomly generated this eyeshadow. I have used that 3 times. You can kind of see where I put my brush, but yeah, 3 times is not amazing. And then I also generated the prompt gray or silver shadow, and I picked this shadow, and I've used that 11 times. No wait, maybe 10 times. 10 times. You can see a dip, but that's mainly because I really had to dig my brush in this hard to get any kind of pigment or color payoff. And that also made me realize that these palettes aren't really performing the best anymore. It takes quite a lot of trouble to build up the shadows. There's quite a lot of fallout. They fade really quickly. So I might be excluding my chocolate bar palettes from the randomly generating a new eyeshadow. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. I might do a video about duping my palettes, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the larger chocolate bar palettes and 2 of the minis. And yeah, I'm kind of done with them. They're old. The quality isn't the best. I want to check if I can dupe these eyeshadows, because I have a large collection, and I'm pretty sure I can pretty much find all of the colors I have from these chocolate bar palettes in other palettes, and then I can declutter these, but we will see about that. Anyway, I am again rambling, and we have 2 more shades still to go. I have a single eyeshadow, and also one with a prompt that was the Indie Brat. So the single shadow that I randomly generated was this one. This is the color Dream Book by Glam Shop. I have used this 6 times. It is a very nice purple pinky matte. So that's that one. And lastly, I picked another Glam Shop single for the Prompt Indie brand, and I picked the shade Kiwi Purple. And if it wants to focus, I hope you can see that I have hit pan in that. And it took me an additional 11 times to hit pan on this, and a total of 20. There we go. This is a stunning eyeshadow, really loved it. Like a pinky purple with green to yellow reflects. I could pop this onto any other eyeshadow and it would elevate the look so much. I loved it. Okay, so we are going to get the Pretty Random app going, and I'm gonna exclude my Makeup Revolution chocolate bar eyeshadow. So I'm starting at 104 because that's where my spreadsheet starts with other brands of eyeshadows. And I'm still including my Revolution e.l.f. makeup palette because, I mean, that's fine. And I have a max of 343. So I'm gonna roll 5 eyeshadows and we will see what they will be. So let's see. 288, 105, 241, 179, and 104. So we have these 5. I'm gonna check what they are and I will be right back. Okay, so I've checked all my numbers and I'm gonna have to re-roll one because I rolled in this shade for my ABH palette, Dazzling, and I already have pan in that. 338. I will check what that is. Okay, so I have my 5 shades right here. The first 2, I didn't roll them back to back, but I rolled 104 and 105. And those come from my Nabla Dreamy palette, and they are Immaculate and Illusion. I will show you the swatches later. This is going to be an easy inner corner highlight, and this is a gorgeous transition shade. As you can see, I have been working on that myself, so I might be able to hit pan in that. Immaculate, I don't think I will be able to hit pan in 15 uses, but we will see. 179, and that comes from my Colourpop Lizzie McGuire palette, and it is this shade right here, Outfit Repeater, and that is a pink with shimmers in it or glitters in it. It's like a, what's that called? Not shimmery, but like a velvet. I don't know, it's a matte with some glitters in it. That's gonna be a challenge, but that's okay. And I will also not hit pan in that in 15 uses. I know for a fact that the Colourpop formula and the Colourpop eyeshadows are pretty hard to hit pan in, especially the matte ones. Then I rolled in number 288, and that is another Glam Shop single. I'll take it out of this palette, and it is the shade Satin. Oh, that's what that's called, satin eyeshadow. So matte with glitters. Wow. So that's also what this is, and this is a matte brown, like a cool toned brown with some glitters in it. So that's really nice. This one is untouched. I'm not sure if I can hit pan in this in 15 uses, but we will see. And of course, if I really like shadows, I can leave them in longer. I don't have to roll them out at 15 uses. And then last number I rolled was 388, no, 338. 338, and that comes from my Juvia's Place Magic Minis palette, and this one is newer to my collection. I roll in the shade Vi, which is this gunmetal silver gray. I haven't used this at all, so I'm excited to see what I can do. I have swatched all of my eyeshadows here for you. We have Immaculate from the Nobla Dreamy, Illusions from the Nobla Dreamy, Outfit Repeater from the Colourpop Liz McGuire palette, Satin from Glam Shop, and then Vi from the Magic Mini by Juvia's Place. So this will be my color story. I mean, the pink one is the scariest to me. I have no idea how I'm gonna use that. So potentially that is one for my 5-hour flight rule. I might roll that out after 5 uses, but we will see. The other 4, I mean, this gunmetal one, it's not really a color I would normally use, but I'm excited to get to play with this and see what I can come up with. And the other shadows are not gonna be a really big problem, I think. So yeah, overall, I'm excited for this color story. Okay, so that was it for this video. Excuse the change of style. I hope this was okay to watch for all of you. And I hope I will be back soon to my normal style of filming, if you can call it that. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the progress that I make in this project or maybe any other project that I'm doing or I will be doing in the future. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye!